So ready up the game. Get those teams
All right,
ready to go.
we got some teams.
There we go, baby.
We have team. Oh, whose name I'm supposed to be making up right now? I forgot that was these guys. All
Was
right,
this the
something
team who
creative.
said they're only going to play on the like on the condition that we make up a name?
Pretty much.
Can we go over the best name possible for a LoL team instead of going over picks and bans?
Probably. Sure. We've got until the 3 minute time period. Yeah, let's
We
go.
have like 6 minutes to go over this. So let's go. What is a story? That's the line from Community. Excellent show for those who are wondering. I finally got your message. It looks like you're having a stroke in chat.
Small stroke. Small
Small
stroke.
stroke. That's what she said. How about just team? That's what she said. No, that's really lame.
Team. No.
What is it?
That.
2006.
Yeah. All right. Gosh. I feel
Well,
like we need to give them something that is both awesome, but something that they also couldn't tell their mothers.
you know what I was gonna say is,
Hmm.
obviously we have an excellent team, probably the best team in this league. Is called Milk. Has a sexy voice.
I was pretty sure that Team Poop was the best team in this league.
No. See, this is the thing. Team Poop is an excellent team in terms of their gameplay,
Okay.
but they have like a tier 3 name.
All right.
So obviously, overall performance it's not just about winning and losing, it's also about your team name, right? Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
It's like Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool. Those are media empires.
I thought you were going to go
right?
Chelsea, Rachel, Becca.
The fuck? No, those are media empires. And next season, in like football or soccer or League of Legends,
Sure.
think Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspurs, Team Poop. It's like you could be first in the league, and no one's gonna give a shit if your name's Team Poop. So the overall sort of like how good is the team? It's not just about winning and losing. It's not about having the team. It's about the team name. Okay,
And it's
so
about
Team
being
Poop.
as misleading as possible. That's right.
Team
All right,
Poop
so
is
like
never
Team
going to
Riot
be number
All-Stars?
one. Team Poop is never going to be number one, at least in my eyes. They are a tier 1 team, arguably one of the best teams we've seen in this league, but they have a name which sucks, so they're never going to be number one. So what that means is that a bad team with a great name can go places, which is why Team Milk Has a Sexy Voice. Once again, especially for the female viewers, that is Team Milk Has a Sexy Voice. And they're one of the best teams in the league. Maybe not the best play, but they are up there with the name. So we need to come up with a name. I was going to suggest Team Kaopectate, which is of course the constipation medicine available over the counter. And I was saying like Team Poop gets countered by Team Kaopectate. However, I haven't announced this formally to the public yet, but
are you constipated? Is that what you're about to do?
That's not what I'm going for, but no, I'm actually going to keep that name for myself on the off chance that maybe once you start streaming, I might be able to get in on this league.
You should
I have a
maybe
dream
buy
team.
me a graphics card.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. I have a dream team set up,
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah, dream team. Did
5 players.
You draw from other teams or to do this?
I pretty much went around with a briefcase full of money and I stole top talent from I got Double Lift. I got Scara. I just bribed everyone, and now it's going to be Team Kaopectate, the team that counters Team Poop. At any rate, no, what I was going to say is that, that could be the name that we give to a team without a name. But then I was thinking, if we have Team Milk Has a Sexy Voice, where's the love for Kaiser?
It's true.
You put as much work into this as me. You've got, the spreadsheets, you're organizing these games. We need a team based around your name. What's
Can
it
we
going
just
to be?
call them the usual suspects?
No.
But I like that. It's a subtle reference to my name.
Yeah, but your name's not Kaiser Soze.
I know, but I'd like to. If I mentally could go back in time and have taken that name when I first started playing League, I would love to have that name.
It is for those of you who are wondering, it is of course a reference to the movie The Usual Suspects, starring Kevin Spacey, a movie known for its twist ending, which I will not spoil on stream.
That'd be good. You might ruin like 20 people's nights.
Yeah, but that movie came out in like 1995. So
doesn't matter.
The statute of limitation for spoilers is it's ended. It's like Jesus gets crucified. Spoiler alert! You just ruined the Bible for me. It's like, no, it's part of pop culture now. Can't do that. Snape kills Dumbledore.
I feel like the
Bruce
fact
Willis
that
was dead the whole
like
time.
Snape kills Dumbledore as a spoiler has superseded Snape kills Dumbledore as an actual spoiler.
I mean, I really didn't follow the Harry Potter books past like the first couple. I was like, eh.
Oh, so you're Satan.
So I'm like the only person on the internet who's man enough to admit that. By the way, everyone is going on and on about Harry Potter. But no, it's like for me, it was like I wasn't even mad that it got spoiled. I loved that video of the guy who drives by
Oh God,
the borders and
it's
has
like
the
stuff thrown in his
microphone,
car.
and he's like, Snape kills Dumbledore, and everyone's like, no. And then I was on YTMND a lot when that book came out. What was that 2006?
You actually
2005?
just spoiled it for somebody. They
Yeah,
just
right,
messaged me.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh wow. But no,
All right,
and then
that's
there
it.
were all these memes of Snape kills Dumbledore, and I loved it.
I mean, all right. So in my head, it's between Team Riot All Stars, which is very misleading and just
That
wrong.
is incredibly misleading.
I kind of like it for that reason.
Really?
Yeah. All right. Are you not on board with Team Riot All Stars?
What about a Kaiser Wilhelm name? Because what if the
that
finals
is a very
come
Kaiser
down?
Wilhelm name.
What if the
That's the
finals come
exact
down
sort of
to
thing I would name my team.
Milk has a sexy voice versus like Kaiser has nice abs or something?
Thank you.
I know, right? It feels good, doesn't it? You're gonna start being like, oh yeah, okay.
It is what it is. My name is unimportant to me. I would prefer to have a team with a name as misleading as Team Riot All Stars, so that people like tune in like Team Riot All Stars playing tonight.
We could really get a lot more hits if we have a team named like something with the initials CLG. Like Corky Loves Graves. Team Corky Loves Graves versus Team Riot All Stars, and then we'll put that on Reddit. It's like m1lkcast finals tonight. 10 p.m. EST. CLG versus Riot All Stars, and then people are gonna be like, "Wow, I love you."
What? We haven't even heard of this tournament. Tune in. Completely misleading.
I like that. I'm fine with Team Riot All Stars. All I'm saying is that, when we have Team Milk has a sexy voice, I'm simply looking out for your ego because it might be a little bruised and damaged that no one really.
I'll just tear down yours. You're coming with me.
Wow. Okay, well, fine if you don't wanna. We have Bok Choi's boys, Milk has a sexy voice, like all these kind of like
Wally Marno's backpack.
Wally Marno's back, precisely. A lot of these team names are simply serve as ego boosts for the people that they're named after. Simply serve as ego boosts. So if you're confident enough, if you have the self confidence that you don't need a name,
I have testicles to the floor.
Oh Jesus! All right, let's go ahead and get this. Start talking about Team Decaf. What is that? Is that the name? I don't even know.
What?
Real name. Barnabas says, I'll rename our team to Kaiser is our Jonas, but that means that, of course, he is on Team Wally Marno's backpack. We don't want to lose the compliment for Wally Marno to
his back must already be so sore this season.
It really is. Anyway, we have a minute 40 seconds left. Obviously, if we don't really know exactly who these players are, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for us to go over the picks and bans while it's happening, because it's not so much of a dynamic.
Although we do have some kind of weird bands out of Team Riot All Stars.
Band. Wait, Team Riot All Stars is blue or purple?
Blue.
Okay. Maokai, I mean, very strong ganking jungler, especially with Ryze, lots of hard CC. Shen, just that you have to kind of build your comp around the fact that he can split push and be everywhere at once. And then Urgot, very, very, very brutal bot lane. So it looks like we might actually see an AP Cog, which I would love to see. Very, very poke heavy.
I would love to see an AP
Nidalee, Cog, Kate, Janna. Other than the jungler, I think this is a very strong poke team coming out of blue. Especially if she goes AP Nidalee, which we haven't seen in a long time. AP Nidalee and AP Cog.
They do kind of lack a hard initiate, though. They've got to get disengaged from Janna.
You don't really need a hard initiate if you're a poke team. You just need to disengage and poke, and then they're never going to want to engage because they're just going to take turrets. This is, of course, not a death match. If you can just push down turrets safely, you can push all the way to the Nexus without ever really fighting a fight. Purple team, Vayne and Taric bot lane, it seems, against Caitlyn Janna. Mundo in the jungle versus Udyr, both very, very fast clears. Although both not really the best at initiating team fights. Rise in the middle against AP Cog, Nidalee up top against Vlad.
Really, if blue team had picked up that Mundo, they would have nothing but poke.
Yeah. At any rate, I really don't think blue team needs to engage a fight to win. They can kind of just get along fine just by poking and pushing and doing that wonderful stuff. So
I would have liked to have seen a good, strong initiating champion picked out of Team Purple to kind of force the issue.
Yeah, and I mean that's how you counter poke. Hard engages. So it's going to be hard to engage through a Janna when all you've got is a Mundo Spear. My God.
It's cool, man. It's chill.
It's not chill. It's doing that thing it always does.
I know. I feel for you.
You feel
also,
my pain, bro?
We almost have a team with all skins for the first time, but just not. Just one
As purple team?
Almost the whole team. Everybody with Mundo.
Oh, Mundo.
You got that dragon.
A real shame since Mundo has such excellent. Even his recolors are funny.
It's true.
It's the green one. You know what that's called?
What?
Copyright infringement Mundo. That's the name of that skin.
Nice. That's why you have to break out the corporate Mundo right after that.
Mundo file.
Yeah. I love that skin. I racked up so many games on Twisted Tree Line with that skin. Back when Mundo was like this tier 1 like menace in Twisted Tree Line who could literally just like run through the jungle throwing cleavers all day, not caring at all. It was.
You know what I don't get about Mundo skins? You know the bodybuilder one?
Yeah.
What does he throw that squeaks?
Wait, he doesn't. That's a different skin. That's Dr. Mundo.
What does he throw that squeaks?
He throws like inflatable cleavers instead of regular cleavers because he's dressed up as himself for Halloween. Yeah. I
always thought that it was the bodybuilder Mundo because they look. I mean, I hate to say it, but bodybuilder and Mundo look very similar.
Bodybuilder just throws regular cleavers.
I thought he threw dumbbells.
No, I don't believe he does. I believe that the dumbbells are only in the picture and not in the actual skin. Yeah, because
Reindeer
this was
Kog'Maw.
early Riot technology.
Yeah, early Riot technology. My favorite Kog'Maw skin is Lion Dance. Whether you're AP or AD Cog, Lion Dance scales so well. It scales. I mean, it's when you see a Kog'Maw attacking at 2.2 attacks per second with that insane projectile that goes, the fireworks.
It's pretty cool.
It's amazing. What's the Rise skin? Oh, Uncle Sam Rise.
I'm gonna be honest. I love the way Kog'Maw is animated. His attack animation
is
so
by the way,
satisfying.
We might see a little bit of an invade here. Rise now looks like Caitlyn instead. They have Caitlyn and Nidalee. They're gonna do a great job. Maybe if they want to put down some
many traps,
some traps in the enemy jungle. It will deal a little bit of damage, but it's more about just getting vision. If you have vision of the enemy Mundo, he's really not scary at all because
I have this theoretical lineup that consists of Nidalee, Caitlyn, Heimer, and Teemo, and you can also run Shaco. Shacos are a little bit short these days.
Yeah, they are recently nerfed, which is funny. I mean, I guess it did nerf his level 1 kind of ability to get those buffs, but it's like
it's a nerf to how many you can stack in one place.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, did people still put down box traps? Since I hit level 30, I really haven't. Even when I play AP Shaco mid, for the lulz, box traps, it's like, no one falls for that these days.
People still fall for it.
So it does look like we're going to see an AP Cog mid, and Nidalee, however, did pick up armor penetration, so almost certainly going to be Bruiser Nid, that whole Atmogs thing. Atmogs, of course, recently nerfed, and I don't know about that. Even before the nerf, I haven't really seen it so much.
Yeah, people had started migrating to Frozen Mallet-based builds a lot earlier, just because the Frozen Mallet does allow you to stick on people as opposed to the Atmos, which was nothing but scaling health.
And Atmos really, it gives you damage, which is nice, but against a fed AD late game, if you have only an Atmos as like an armor item, it's nothing compared to Randuin's. You gotta get that Randuin's. Looks like Vladimir's was doing a good job of controlling top brush, by the way. For those ranged champs and for supports bot, controlling the brush is just huge psychologically. Because
especially against Nidalee. Nidalee, yeah. A lot of the strategy for playing top lane Nidalee is hang out in that brush, use the fact that you're going to have better move speed than your opponent, to just kind of abuse them for as long as possible.
Yeah. Just kind of go in, use that ranged auto tech, get out. Pink ward going down in the tri-brush from Janna is very nice. Taric does not have a pink to counter ward, and that means Udyr is going to have a little bit of an easier time at ganking. So both junglers just kind of doing their whole clear time thing. Looks like Udyr has picked up blue and is about to pick up red. Mundo not yet picking up blue. I don't know if he's going to gift that to the Rise. Wow, look at the traps from Nidalee. Just look at that ramp near race. 3 traps there. Caitlyn trap and 2 Nidalee traps. Caitlyn trap just expiring. There's blue dots all over the map here. Oh, and this could be bad for Vayne. Sorry, for Janna. Maybe first blood here. She flashes away. The heal goes down. That is going to be first blood. A Taric stun into a Vayne condemn. I think she should have used that pink ward there in that brush instead of putting it down at tri-brush. However, Udyr might come in and pick the kill here.
Oh,
he has his flash up. He has bear stance. This could be very good for the Udyr. He just needs to bear stance and flash on top of that Vayne before Taric can react. There he goes. He's not going to flash in. He might get it down on Taric.
A little bit less than patient right there.
Yeah. But no, really, you know, that Vayne, especially if she maxes Condemn, which it looks like she hasn't done, she's only level 3. We shall see at level 4 if she decides to put a second point in that E. It deals so much damage when you stun someone against a wall.
Look how much damage this Nidalee's doing up top, though.
That's pretty insane. She's really just bullying this Vlad out. So very good job from her. The spear, I mean, it really doesn't do that much damage at level 1. It's sort of a mana waste. However, I guess she feels confident enough. It is going to be interesting to see once she gets her wriggles. Lots and lots of sustain. But I think I might actually give the advantage to Nidalee because she can pop her E and then just have a long sustained fight and maybe out damage that Vlad.
She's got to get a kill or she's got to really impact this farm.
By the way, no traps. No traps in that brush. Mundo is just sneaking through the traps.
Oh, wow.
Nidalee might be a little bit overconfident. Did a good job to avoid those. Lands the cleaver. Nidalee not yet level 6. Not going to be able to use that cougar stance pounce to disengage. She puts the ignite down on the Vlad. It's not going to be enough unless he steps on the trap. He does step on the trap. Ooh, and he's forced to use his heal. Mundo tanking that next trap. Next one. Smart play to use that heal. Had he gone in that next brush and not healed, it would have certainly been a kill. Udyr shows his face up top. Mundo did an excellent job of just avoiding those traps, though. You know, she didn't perfectly have it blocked off, and I think she thought that maybe Mundo was just going to step on one.
Perhaps the traps only last 4 minutes. It could have potentially worn off.
Yeah, that is true. Although, no, I don't know. A trap from mid just wore off now, so any traps up top would have still been there. But I think she just got a little bit overconfident. You know, you have those traps down, you think they're wards, they're not quite wards. They won't pick up a Mundo who's coming in behind you. And then she just kind of pushed up a little bit too far and got, you know, cleavered and everything. So nicely done from Mundo to avoid those traps and get the gank successfully off. Rise here with his Rune Prison looking to get in range. Mundo feeling a little bit too kind of impatient and it scares off.
Impatience from jungler. From junglers really ruins ganks sometimes.
Yeah. Although I mean, you know, to be fair, it's like go in, Rise, go, and then if they don't go in, it's like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna farm up on Mundo.
Yeah.
I caught my.
I guess. I mean, well, the nice thing about Mundo is even though he was leaving, he just tossed the cleaver. He hit Kog'Maw. Some free damage on the lane.
Going down.
You know.
Yeah. Although now that Kog'Maw's level 6, he can really just stay very, very far back and use. You know, he's kind of safer once he hits level 6. He has that E, which has huge range. He has that R, which has huge range. It would be great, by the way, if spectator mode would show us range on spells.
It's true. If we could hover over them and like actually display the range.
Yeah. At level 6, though, you know, Kog'Maw really doesn't have a whole lot of damage. A whole lot of range. However, he does have very high damage onto enemy champions. It does, of course, deal reduced damage to minions. Oh, sorry, it deals bonus damage to champions. So similar sort of thing. It is a little bit hard to farm with AP Cog at level 6. Your E-R combo will not one-shot the ranged cast minions. However, at level 9, that is the case. Oh, and it looks like he's going in here. Puts the ulti down, missing that second tip of the ult. But he did a great job. He saw that once Rise popped his ulti, he was like, oh, this guy's going to try and, you know, get in short range and use his spells on those creeps. I'm not going to let him do that. So very nicely done from that Kog'Maw. Really knows the matchup quite well. Gonna get gifted a blue buff here. It is 7 minutes, 20 seconds in. Of course, because Mundo started over at red, his blue buff is not yet up to get to Rise. However, that will
Nidalee hitting 6 up top, but being pushed a little bit close to tower by Vlad, who still hasn't backed yet.
Yeah. One interesting thing about sustain up top, by the way, if you get pushed in a turret, because you can no longer get those auto attacks now. Oh, wow! Nidalee is building a catalyst.
Oh.
Is it gonna be AP? Is it gonna be AP? Oh wow, and so much damage going down from that pounce on a Vlad. She gets the spear. Can she get another auto attack down? Forced to blow that ghost. Not
I don't know if he was forced to.
Nidalee had her ignite up. I don't know what that was. I mean, it does have quite short range. I think she just didn't want to use it that early.
Oh wow.
Mundo coming in for the counter gank. Vlad doesn't have his heal up yet.
This is really dangerous for this Vlad.
Yeah, I don't know. She shouldn't.
But she doesn't know about the Mundo.
She doesn't know about the Mundo, but if Vlad's feeling very confident, if the Ignite goes down, there's the Ignite. This is almost certainly going to be a kill on Vlad, and that is exactly what I think I was trying to say there. If he gets overconfident, that can go in favor of Nidalee, and he did, and it did.
Well, if Vlad had just popped his ult there, like they might have actually been able to trade 1-for-1. Wow, Rise going really low.
And Rise both going down very low. Rise, without that blue buff and with that short range, does get kind of. You know, I think we saw Big Fat GG on Rise on AP Cogma.
Oh, but he's back.
He's backing. So it is going to be interesting to see exactly how this goes. Both of them just kind of chucking health pots. Oh, and the flash goes in. He gets the Q down. He gets the Rune Prison down, and this is going to be, I think, a 1-for-1 kill.
Yeah, it'll be a trade.
Cogma coming out ahead in that exchange because
you
could get a little bit of extra CS with that fast result of the same idea. Although, of course, Cogma did lose out on that blue buff. At any rate, you know, a 1-for-1 exchange, I think Cogma does scale very well, as does Rise. They do scale in different sort of directions. Cogma scaling with poke and damage, Rise scaling with tankiness and damage.
Vlad falling really far behind on the CS.
Yeah, 37 to 58. Cogma 60 to Rise's 48. Caitlyn 65 to Vayne's 59. And Udyr 58 to 52. So all across the board, slight advantages here and there for blue team.
Leading to
Janna,
a 1-kill deficit to 100 gold.
Janna with a 1 CS advantage.
Oh wow!
Although it does look like Tarek is maybe gonna get a little bit of CS. He should really, I think he should stay further up and not. He shouldn't have let this go in a turret. Supports, especially Tarek with that huge amount of armor, 106 armor. Not gonna take a whole lot of damage from creeps and could have done a nice job to freeze it for his AD carry. Udyr looks like he's gonna maybe put a ward down. Although he's getting collapsed in upon Rise coming behind. Oh no, decides to back off. I think that could have been a free kill on. What are you doing, Rise?
Yeah, I don't know what the Rise was doing there.
I mean, maybe he didn't want to get caught out by Cog. His flash is down, so it's just kind of the safe play. The ward does go down from the Udyr, though, and the Cogmoth, so they have a little bit of an advantage here. Tarek getting found by Caitlyn. The cleaver and the stun goes down. She's what is she doing? She's splitting
getting chased down the back.
Oh wow, Udyr, what are you doing? A pincer move, but it's not really going to be effective. I don't know about that. They did get a little bit split up. Tarek actually picks up the kill on Udyr. The fight continues down bot. Oh, and a nice flash over the wall from Caitlyn. She has the headshot down.
But the Cogmoth getting picked up.
Oh wow! Ooh, and forced to flash away. So that is a 2-for-0 exchange. The Caitlyn with no 90 caliber net. With no oh wow, and a nice job to get that snare.
That was a great Rune Prison.
It was a great Rune Prison, however, it's not going to be enough because the heal is blown, the 90 caliber net gets her out of turret range, and that is just going to be a 2-for exchange. Lots of summoner spells blown on both sides, and it looks like, I don't know about that decision to kind of pinch, especially as Cogma, who you want to sit behind a safe tank line, you want to just poke, you don't want to get up in their face like a Rise would. So had they kind of fought that from the front, Janna peeling with ulti and Q.
Top lane, Nidalee.
Oh, actually, Janna was only level
Vlad, but
there.
Vlad pops ult.
Vlad pops ult. And this guy's away.
He popped that ult.
Does have that Hextech Revolver, which is going to make him a little bit stronger right now. Do you think she's going for the Catalyst? I mean, sorry, for the Rod of Ages.
I believe so, yeah.
I don't know why else she would build that Catalyst. She has, you know, oh wow, and lots of damage going down. The Ignite is blown. Almost certainly going to be a kill here. Oh, and the pool is down. Maybe Udyr is going to pick up the kill for a nice assist. Yep, he does. So that actually goes in favor of the Udyr because he was able to pick up that goal.
Yes, Team Riot All-Stars.
Team Riot All-Stars versus Team CLG.
Yep.
What is Red Team's name, by the way?
Oh, I just had this up. Oh, this is Team Little T-Rex Arms.
Little T-Rex arms. It's great to see them. We've only seen one game. I think they did lose to Team Poop, but then again, everyone's losing to Team Poop
Is
these
Poop
days.
currently undefeated?
I think they've lost one game.
To who?
Helos Hillbillies? Did they win?
No.
No, they won.
They
might be undefeated.
No, that was team. I believe it was. Maybe it was. Maybe they.
Oh, and Caitlyn missing her 90 caliber net here. Vayne not actually using her ulti. Looks like they don't want to commit to that. Could have been, some of the best opportunity they had. They had Tarek.
Udyr's going to counter jungle this red.
Ooh, wow. He has that Oracles. He's gonna maybe get it to Nidalee. They lose vision on it. Ooh, and Nidalee was actually able to get that smite. A little bit of mistiming, but and Nidalee really should start auto attacking. She doesn't want that Rise to lose. Come on, get those auto attacks
gonna
off.
Go down?
Oh wow, and looks like double actually already gonna lose. Oh wow, and Kog'Maw is in. Can he get some more of those?
Looks like they tried to go in down bottom as well.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, John actually gets taken very low. That was very interesting up top. I was almost certain that double was gonna lose the red buff there. However, she did have that flash up the entire time. Looks like Kog'Maw gonna get gifted a blue buff here. This blue buff is halfway down, although the longer you can get that going, has that catalyst, has that tier, gonna want to stack that up to full. Kog'Maw, very, 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 very mana dependent late game. And he really needs both a tier and a catalyst and a Rod of Ages to kind of get that mana.
I'd like to see Mundo go down bottom and dive. They have 2 hard CCs in the lane. There's really no reason they couldn't just kill this Caitlyn.
Yeah, especially once Mundo gets his ulti back up. Maybe if he goes back and shops. If we look at the gold right now, we do see 3.3k on Mundo. He's spending it on a Kindle Gem and a Heart of Gold, so some decent early game health. Looks like he's going to build a Spirit Visage.
Really doing huge damage to this Vlad. Already
with that red buff. The heal goes down. Wow, lots of damage from the takedown. There's a spear to pick it up, and she is maxing her heal. Not her javelin toss, although she is picking up that Rod of Ages. One interesting note, she wants a little bit of MR against the Vlad, however, she did build Mercury Treads. I don't know about that build, because Vlad, without any hard CC, obviously Mundo has that repeatable slow, Rise has that CC, so Merc Treads a great choice. However, in lane, I think maybe if she had just gone for the Merc Treads, just gone for the Null Magic Mantle, finished that Rod of Ages, and then picked up Merc Treads, could have been a little bit better. They spot the fact that Nidalee's coming in, and she is going to find the Mundo. She does have to be careful that she doesn't get caught by Rise, though. She is not very tanky. She's not a bruiser.
Knows he's not been seen on any wards because he has that Oracles up.
Yeah. So we shall see. I think he's just patiently waiting for the Caitlyn to get back to lane. There's a Storm of Terror, and this is exactly what they want. Although a lot of damage going down, and obviously with that Oracles is going to be able to spot their Caitlyn. However, Janna,
really good condemn coming out of Vayne, going to keep her safe.
Udyr didn't have his flash up to get in on that, and I think unfortunately Janna got taken down a little bit too low on health, so she did have to back off and wasn't able to use that Zephyr or that Tornado to chase him down.
Rise getting picked up in the mid lane trying to back behind the second tower. Italy just chilling in that.
I'm actually going to break my rule and go back and just see exactly what happened quickly.
Okay.
Oh wow, yeah, it looks like he had vision on him. Oh, there's a missed spear, and Belly Ring doesn't actually move after that first spear misses. There's the kill. So it wasn't a long-range spear, but it was, in fact, just a little bit of kill being picked up.
And
Red team.
Blue team picking up the first dragon of the game at 16 minutes.
There we go.
And they've got a 3k advantage. They got a 3.5k advantage already.
They're sitting quite comfortably. Kog'Maw lagging out on my screen, but I guess that is the problem of when you go back and forth in time.
You're a time traveler now, Mel.
I'm a time traveler now. That is very true.
You have some ethical responsibilities go along with
that.
I do.
I can't. Remind me not to talk to myself.
Okay.
Okay. If I go back in time and I hear myself casting, don't let me give me suggestions on how to be a better caster.
Okay.
It's going to create a paradox, and I am going to die.
And then we won't have the stream.
And then we won't have the stream until you get off your poor cheap ass and get a video card.
Oh god, Italy picking up another kill on Vlad.
Oh wow, I was just talking about time travel. Screw it, I'm gonna go back in time and just see what happens. I mean, by this point, Double has built up a significant advantage, and really it's just gonna be a matter. She has that ignite to counter Vlad. She has a little bit of a level advantage. She's finally picked up her Rod of Ages here, 17 minutes into the game. Has an extra 1,000 gold. Looks like she's gonna build a Sheen, maybe into a Lich Bane, although I think if you're going in a poke team, that Sheen...
Connected down bot.
Oh, thank you very much. Mundo is in the area. Nice 90 caliber net is going to close the gap. Ooh, and a nice trap put down is going to dissuade the Mundo from chasing any further.
So we're seeing a two tower advantage already for blue. They picked up that dragon. They they're leading CS all across the board.
Yeah, lots of kills. I don't know about this pink ward from Tarek.
We're seeing some really great coordination from Team Little T-Rex Arms.
Yep.
But they're overall the mechanics are generally in favor of the Team Blue. So even though they had some of that early coordination, they weren't necessarily able to capitalize.
Wow, lots of damage going down on a Vayne. Could he get the E off? Udyr flashes after her, gets the stun. That would have been a great job if Kog'Maw could just kind of turn around and get that off. However, it looks like Udyr is going to lose his oracles maybe. Caitlyn is around. Kog'Maw actually picking up the kill with a living artillery over the wall. 18-15 that happened. If you want to write that down, maybe we'll go back and take a look at exactly what happened. Janna flashing over the wall. A little bit aggressive here. Mundo taken down so very low. And the ulti goes down. Tarek is going to simply be able to block it there. You can just see the poke. Look at the range.
Nidalee took down the top tower.
She has a 3-level advantage. AP Nidalee does push quite hard. However, not as hard as AP Nid. Not quite able to get that harass onto Vlad because of those creeps. However, especially once she gets her Lishbane and a Death Cap, she is just going to be an unstoppable pushing, poking machine. Nice heal going down the here. Yeah, going to pick up red.
Red team has completely lost control of their jungle at this point.
Yeah, a 7k gold advantage here, 18 minutes in the game. Very, very, very dominant play from blue team. Team, whatever you want to call it. Kaiser has nice abs. Team Riot Legends. Team KO Pectate. I don't even care. But they have proven to be a team that really can take control of the enemy jungle. And with this new jungle remake, ooh, lots of damage going down on a Rise with that poke. Look at Nidalee, look at Caitlyn, look at Kog'Maw, and if we saw at that engage down bot, you know, they got taken down on health, down to half health, and as they were running away, it lost about another 30% of their life each. If a little bit more focus was coming out with the Caitlyn ulti, with the Nid Spheres, and with the Kog'Maw ulti, you can really see what is good about a poke team. Rise, Mundo, Vayne, Vlad, very short range, high damage dealers, and if blue team plays this smart and just doesn't let the enemy team get into range unless they poke them down sufficiently, they can really, it's just such like a cheesy dominant strategy to have because you never let the enemy team get in range to deal damage. You have that Janna to disengage. Udyr, you know, decent. Tarek getting spotted by that living artillery from Kog.
And to Epic's credit, he has been on point with this Cog. He has really been going... staying pretty much where he needs to in every fight, which is out of the fight effectively, but still able to put out a lot of damage, put the slows where they need to be, and doing a lot of really good scouting. He has not been missing like almost any ults. So.
No, he's done a great job, and he was able to pick up that kill on Vayne in the Fog of War earlier on when she went through that tri-brush down bot. By the way, you know, CS is about 75% of the absolute maximum you could get. You know, 20 minutes in, if you get 200 CS, that means you really haven't missed any, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't count the fact that you can kind of make up for it by getting those rates. But
what are you talking about? Mordes number 1.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, you know, they don't have the most CS that's possible, but they, you know, League of Legends is not a game that you know you really care about that absolute. You always want to care about. By the way, Vayne getting caught down by the Udyr. Lots of damage coming down from Cog. He puts the E down over the wall. Caitlyn actually her ulti not going on to cooldown. If you don't get that, if the bullet doesn't leave the barrel, it goes onto a 5-second cooldown instead of a whatever. 75-second cooldown. Someone's getting taken down low. It's Rise taking a lot of damage from that AP Nid. Now has only 133 AP. Wow, and it looks like blue team actually gonna decide to go for Baron. They have that Oracles. You know, maybe they could have done that a little bit better. Say again.
Baron fall like nothing else.
What will?
Kog'Maw.
Kog'Maw? Even AP Kog'Maw?
AP Kog'Maw, it doesn't matter. He gets attack speed from his Q, and his W still does percentage of health damage.
But it deals only 100 versus monsters. I don't know. I mean, I guess he does it faster than many other AP meds. Not quite as fast as something like a Cassiopeia. but still faster than, you know, like an Annie, for instance. So really, blue team just got a huge bonus in the amount of strength they have with that 300 gold per person on the enemy team. Plus the Baron buff, of course, makes you very, very strong at poking and pushing, which factors in very nicely. Vayne taking a little bit of a spear, but it's really not as much damage. Honestly, it's not as much damage as I would have expected. She only has 164 AP. She's building that Lich Bane.
If you saw that much of your health disappear once in the game, you would flush. You would be scared.
When she gets a Rabadon and a Void Staff, you are gonna see how much damage a Nidalee can do.
I know it can be a lot. I've definitely seen half my health go away while
there's
playing.
There's that boom headshot video, which is taken from, I think, early season 1 normal games, beta footage, whatever, where every single shot has like 80% of their health. Some of them even fall to zeros. And it's just insane. I mean, that was a little different. That was, I believe, a Rabadon's Magi's Void Staff build, which is, of course, about as much damage
I think that would have been a Zanya's. Or Zhanya's.
Oh, yeah, right.
Back when it was a ring.
Back when
the numbers were
back
even
when the Zhanya's was pretty much everything you want from an AP mid. But you can see exactly what the strategy of blue team is to do. This Taric, short range, Vayne, short range, Mundo, short range, Ryze, short range, Vlad, short range. Perfect team concept.
I mean, they had their period of early game lane dominance. Wow!
So much damage going down onto... Oh, I didn't even see the Vayne. I was watching the Mundo right there. Lots of damage coming down. There's the engage from red team. However, Ryze forced the flash away instead of just engaging. A nice Vlad hits all 4. It's not going to be enough, though. They have that Baron buff. Vayne actually tumbling in to take the ulti. Ryze looks like he's going to go down here. A nice flash in. However, an excellent Taric stun able to stop him in his tracks.
The strategy is really weird because the Udyr is basically tanking everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of the strategy of just let Udyr take the damage. Yeah. Everything else happens, you know? Everything else is fighting from behind their tower because we all have such crazy long range.
Yep. Vayne taking a decent amount of damage. I would have loved to see a Rabadon being picked up a little bit earlier on this Nidalee, because she's kind of, it's like a bruiser AP build. Like the advantage is you can get in there. Like right now, if she had Rabadon, she'd probably be dead. Speaking of being dead, Ryze takes a spear to the face. So, do you like that segue?
Yeah,
so I mean, you know, it gives her a little bit more tankiness right now. She's getting about 500 health. She's gonna get, I think, a total of about 900 health.
It's only her and Udyr who actually have any health.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty important.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it is a decent build. I just think that when you're snowballing this hard, having spears that hit, you know, 70-80% harder with that Rabadon's death cap would be huge. The Lich Bane, no, it's nice. It was very good in lane. She used it to really bully that Vlad. She wanted to sustain. It's by no means is it a bad build. It's just at this point in the game, if she had that Rabadon's death cap, she would be so much stronger at poking.
I have this theory that you, the builds you've started requesting on stream are just the stuff that would be a lot more fun to cast.
Exactly. I mean, who doesn't love to see a max range level 5 Nidalee Spear with a Rabadon's, a Void Staff, 20 stacks of Magi's, Zhanya's, screw it. Archangel stacks fully stacked up.
Viewer base.
Fun builds. I would like to see a 1100 AP Nidalee hit a max range spear on a 5 Warmogs, Force of Nature, Mundo, and 100% to zero him.
A
man can dream, okay?
AP
a man
Tristana.
can dream. AP Tristana. I believe, you know, there's this excellent NA player. You may have heard of him. His name's Got Milk, GOTMLK. Very widely known for his AP Tristana play in in-houses. Pretty much what he does is he puts a drinking bird on his on Shift W and just smart casts it in team fights. Just mashes it as fast as he can and gets that reset. You gotta get that reset. By the way, you know a fantastic item on AP Triss and APU and champs you need to get that reset, Katarina? Shirelia's Reverie.
Yeah?
Put that Shirelia's Reverie down, and 10 seconds after that, anyone who dies on the enemy team is going to go down. By the way, I should probably stop talking about this, because Mundo goes down, Taric goes down, Vayne gets taken very low, Udyr finally almost certainly going to go down. Can he get that turtle sense? He gets the turtle sense, and that is the power of the turtle sense, saving him when he had 70 HP, saving him entirely from the Vlad ulti. He does have 169 MR, and man, don't you take that? You have some sort of big DOT effect, like an Ignite at Vlad ult, going down on someone with no health, and then they just pop that shield, get that mid heal, get that Janna shield, and they survive. A Karthus ult being able to be blocked by that 224 health Udyr shield is just such a slap in the face. So this is going to be a good game here. I did miss that kill that sort of engaged there at the end. However, it was sort of a foregone conclusion because, just such a dominant team comp from Blue, really perfectly countering what Red had to offer. Very, very hard, a very, very high damage coming out of Red Team, but it was all short range and relied on that engage. And this is the problem of a Mundo jungle. If they had something like an m1lk, if they had something like a Sejuani, if they had something like a Malphite, and maybe if the AP mid was an Orianna, something where you can say like primary engage go, secondary engage go. This is how we're going to do things. If they had that sort of team comp being built up, then the high damage short range team comp would really work. Vayne is totally out damaging Caitlyn, all else equal. She did fall a little bit behind in gold. Because of that CS early on, and then once the enemy team started grouping up, getting kills, getting objectives, she fell further behind. But all else equal, Vayne is among the highest damage in the game. So yeah, I mean, if instead of a Mundo you saw something like a an initiator type tank, like a even like a jungle Alistar or something, I don't even know. Something like that with a lot of engage potential and especially a lot of early game lane strength when poke comps are at their weakest. Sort of if they had sort of got to the stage where they could snowball and they had an initiator who could really get in and get a team fight kind of started, it would have been huge. By the way, I just realized I forgot to pause the game.
So I did too.
It's frustrating, isn't it? Don't you wish that it would end the game by pausing it and then you could go back and kind of check things out? I don't know why they didn't do that. Oh well, maybe it's good for the viewers because these VODs are 30 minutes instead of 57 minutes of us being like, wow, let's watch that Nidalee
that would have been a good one. There was some really good early stuff coming out of Team Little T-Rex Arms that I would have liked to have revisited.
It would have been nice to see the Kog'Maw hit that ulti on the Tribrush, in the Tribrush on that Vayne, which I believe was blind, but it would have been nice to go back and see that. By the way, Potato Monster's top 5 plays of the week, you should see that Kog'Maw play. It is sick.
Oh yeah.
He simultaneously auto attacks someone right next to him and throws a max range Kog'Maw ulti off to pick up a triple kill. It's absurd. Sexy. It's really sexy. Anyway, so anything else to say? I mean, I think we kind of covered it in game.
I think we got it.
On high elo analysis.
Work on those mechanics, Little T-Rex Arms. You'll be there yet.
I think maybe faulting them for mechanics is a little unfair. I think had they gone for, I think their team comp is what ruined them. They picked all short range without an initiator.
What happened is that Vlad didn't get the CS he needed early, even though he was able to get it. And because of that, he wasn't able to get his Voda up in time to actually compete with the damage that Nidalee was able to put out. So top lane went to hell. Bot lane was kind of iffy, but with that early kill, they should have been able to punish Janna harder, which would have happened if mid lane wasn't constantly under threat of death.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I think maybe that when they saw, I can't remember exactly how the picks and bans went. This is sort of the advantage of going in picks and bans because you can see exactly. Oh, it looks like they're going for a team comp that is poke based, and it would have been great to see Red Team react to that because honestly, if you pick Taric, Mundo, Vayne, Ryze, Vlad against a poke team, you're gonna lose. It's all single target. You have no initiator, and really the weakness of a poke team, especially when the only disengage you have is one Janna ult. Udyr not the best jungler to fit into a poke team. Something like a Shyvana to disengage would have been maybe a bit better, or a Mundo to just kind of add on to that poke damage. But really, just I think purple team sort of lost this in the
picks and bans.
Picks and bans. At any rate, nicely played, very nicely done for blue team to kind of play to their strengths, play to that poke heavy team comp. So I'm going to go ahead and say GGWP, move on. I think we got another game going. I'm sure
I don't believe we do currently.
Oh, well.
We could cast potentially a Reddit in-house.
Could do. We shall see. For those of us on stream, VODs will be up on youtube.com/m1lkcast. For those of you on youtube.com/m1lkcast, the stream is twitch.tv/m1lkcast. So go ahead and join us, especially on weekends where I love streaming. I love streaming.
Man.
Wednesdays, Fridays, I don't always stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, but Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
This is your Saturday night.
Weekends. This is my Saturday, not my Friday. Time zones, bro.
I know.
So anyway,
it's so difficult.
No, it really is. So I'm gonna go ahead, say GGWP, end this recording, and move on to the next game.